Hey guys, Upgrade Hybrid here.
And this is Bryce. I'm Bryce Brown. Bryce the nice.
Let's share the story of my elementary school counseling teacher. We're not going to be using her real name, so let's call her Mrs. Dwyer for this video. You went to Cedar Oak, right?
I went to Cedar Oak, yes.
Yeah, okay, so, you don't know Mrs. Dwyer? Dwyer.
Yes, I do not know this Dwyer.
I've talked to Bryce a little bit about her, using her real name that we won't be repeating, so, this is all fresh news to him. I've told this to my friends, not this friend. Friend's own friend.
Friends, yes.
So, let's share the story. This was she's a counseling teacher. And, this was for students who, not necessarily special needs, but, not a lot of emotional control, can't focus in class. It was, every Thursday at, 1 o'clock or something, that me, and these are fake names, Matt, Zach, and Alex were to meet up, and then she would help us with certain things. And I did not like her. One part was that I thought she was babying us. She didn't treat us like 4th and 5th graders, I had her from 2nd to 5th grade, because I moved here in 2nd grade. And from then on, I always thought she was babying us, as she wasn't treating us like elementary school students, but preschool students. Let's put this into perspective, alright? Really quick, okay? In, 5th grade that year, our teacher read us, it was like a group thing for the whole class. We had to read a book called My Brother Sam is Dead, which, it spoils the ending right in the title. It's very dark, especially when you're 9 to 10, 11 years old. It had a couple words, certain swear words that I'd never heard a teacher, I never heard a teacher swear. The most intense it got was John, you bastard, he said. Pardon my language. But even then, this was scandalous stuff. When this book is gonna be great, when you're 10 years old, and the teacher says, alright, this book does contain some swear words, so I would love it if you don't repeat any of them. At home, at recess, wherever, just don't repeat these words. Again, it was oh, we're in for something good. And how does the book end? Well, okay, this is take 2 or 3 of this video, so I've already technically told you.
Yes.
But Sam dies, yeah, but how does he die? He gets shot twice. Once in the lungs, and once in the intestine area, in the belly. And he doesn't just lie down and bleed out. He is having an intense fit. He is flailing and writhing on the ground. The main character wants to help, but this other guy is no, don't let him, don't try to save him. It's too late. Just let him bleed out. Let him die.
Jeez. And
he's forced to watch his own brother, having this seizure. And technically the last chapter of the book looked like a photocopied hand note from the 1830s, because that's when the book was set. But the final proper chapter, the final words were something along the lines of, and then he stopped, and he was motionless. Imagine reading that when you're 10 years old. In counseling that year, we had to read, Mo Willems levels of book. This wasn't my Mo Willems, but, that level, click, clack, moo, cows that type.
the connection there is incomplete there. Well, what do I think a 5th grader likes? Okay. One teacher looks at, they can take this. Another teacher, kindergartners can take this. 5th graders should take it.
Yeah, I think she might have been a kinder preschool teacher first, and then she moved to our lovely elementary school that I won't name. I already named yours. I usually try to keep things anonymous, but it's we live at 123 Street.
Well, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Now, you might have noticed, Katie, you only said one half. What's the other half? this was a counseling teacher. You know, she's supposed to help students with, like, not a lot of emotional control. And yet she had none, either. So, there are 3 examples that I can name. This all happened in our Thursday 1 o'clock meetings of counseling. So, and it's from each student there. Matt, Zach, and Alex. Again, fake names. Let's start off with from the tamest to the most intense one. We were making these posters from, like, these characters. It was like this superhero who was supposed to be like I don't know, there would be like this stupid, like, 8-year-old kid who's like, I don't want to do my homework, and then the superhero just bursts through the window and it's like, you do your homework, mister, and it's like, wow, it's him!
A Captain Vegetable.
Yeah, I think it was like super stability or something. Captain emotional stability. Let's just call him that. It was probably something really simple, but yeah, that's what we did. And I'd make these posters, and it would be like our likes, our dislikes, and then his clip art picture at, like, the top center. Now, Matt was a hardcore student. Matt and Zach were hardcore. But let's start with Matt. He had a black pen on his blue paper and, like, did a little scribble, like, doodle in sort of, like, one of the corners or something. It wasn't the corner. It was like at the center area to, like, the left. Mrs. Dwyer did not like that and made very certain that he knew. It was like, you're not supposed to scribble right there. God, you already completed the poster now. No, I have to use whiteout and everything. God, it's just like, okay. The second one, Zach, as I've stated, is hardcore, and you're about to hear why. In this thing, it was like 4th grade. We were coloring in these it was like a coloring book with birds. Because, you know, 4th graders, super sensitive.
Birds, that's the only way, it's birds.
Yeah, and, like, she said, you can use any color you want, but you can't you can't move your lines. You can't adjust according. You can't outline it first. You can move it, like, color it vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, but it has to be in that direction. Zach did crosshatch coloring. You're about to know, well, you know, because this is take 2 or 3, you're about to know, viewers, how she reacted. She was screaming at him about it. She was like, I told you to color in one direction. Do you even listen, Zach? Oh, God, you stupid little... It's like... Just gonna continue coloring. Don't hurt me. So yeah, they made a compromise. How it's like, I'll color horizontally, you'll color vertically.
It was like assigned?
It was just like, I don't know, to release tension, I guess? I don't know. I don't even know why we had... Sorry to interrupt. I don't know why we had to color in that one specific way, like...
That creativity...
Color in this coloring book, and if you do crosshatch coloring, I will stab you in your sleep. The third one. Most intense thing that she's done.
Dramatic music, say it.
It was 3rd grade, I think, and Alex, don't even remember why, but he had an emotional breakdown. He was like curled up on the ground, sobbing. I can just hear you like, is she about to do it? Is she about to do it? Now, this is not a rumor. I was there in the room when it happened. I was sitting at the table when Mrs. Dwyer stood up, walked over to Zach. Wait, no, it wasn't Zach. Alex, because he was, like, in sort of, like, the doorway. Walked over and started kicking him. 8 years old versus a 40-something-year-old woman. And now, I should clarify, this wasn't, like, hardcore kicking. Like, he was, I don't think it was bruised, but it wasn't a light tap either. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna use you as an example.
Okay.
Just like, get up! Get up, Alex! I said, get up, stop crying! It's like, oh, gee! Oh, she done did it! She done did the oh, gee!
It's like the exact opposite you do when someone's in a panic attack.
When they're sobbing on the ground crying, what do you do?
This will get them to work. They'll function.
They'll scream at them. Call them an idiot. That'll do. Like, I was so terrified. I was just like, it looked like I was on a roller coaster. It looked like I was on a roller coaster because I was pinned back. Like, just like writing a note to myself. Never show emotion ever. At all.
It's bad for a class that's supposed to be about the emotions. It's like, if it's disencouraged to show emotion when you need it.
Yeah, like you just need to cry out because your dog died. She'll probably punch you.
Oh.
Yeah. But this was only elementary school, so I was thankful when I graduated that because I'm just that smart. It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna make this quick. At the end of the year, in 5th grade, she was like sitting me down, and it's like, okay, Katie, now, I know we've had a nice, good few years together, and I just want to let you know, your older brother, Mick so-and-so, I sometimes visit him at your middle school, and I heard, hey, you want to go there too? So that's fine. Maybe I can meet you again sometime up in middle school. I was thinking, I was trying to be like calm about it, but in my head I'm like, no! No, don't!
Absolutely not. It's the exact reflex of like, no, this is, from my past experience, not what I want.
Yeah, she's never like yelled or hit me or kicked me or anything.
But you've seen what she can do.
Yes.
So.
It was like, okay, this is another story. It was like in 3rd grade. We were like filing out from recess, from like lunch and then recess, and then we go back to class. And she's standing by the doorway. So I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I pulled my hood up and like tried to like cover it a little. She dragged me out of line. Like, okay, let's stand up for this or something, or like bend down so they can see us. She dragged me out of line, wrapped her arm around my shoulder, and was like, "Hi, Katie. Oh, what are you trying to hide for?" Like this close.
Jeez.
So, and I'm just sitting there like, "Help me, someone!" Like, I don't know. I didn't want to tell her that I didn't like her because I thought she would. I was terrified.
Yeah.
I didn't like her and I was scared, so I was just like, "Hi, can I go back to class? Thank you." Alright, so that was Mrs. Dwyer. Emotionally unstable emotional counselor. Counselor, sorry. Emotionally unstable emotions counselor.
Well, emotion. That's. I'm sure she has she's a counselor. She has to like do like a hard job, and it's like every day is like more stress. But you can't kick people out of crying, and you can't just like be like, oh, it's a coloring book. We should be creative and only leave people with like one option to color. I'm glad I had my counselor. I'm not gonna say her name, but my counselor was cool. And she taught me to say TH words.
Well, Mrs. Dwyer, the only positive thing she's done in my perspective is that she helped me through my lisp.
Oh. And that's it. Just a list and what's that?
So, if you liked this story, and if you like Bryce.
I'm Bryce.
Bryce Blue.
Barspin.
We call him Barspin. Leave a like, or if you really like this video, leave a favorite, and please subscribe. At the moment, I only have 21 subscribers.
Subscribe today. Subscribe in the evening.
Subscribe at 2 in the morning. Facebook lurking.
Subscribe all the time. Subscribe everywhere.
I upload videos on the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th of every month. That would be 48 videos a year. I shall see you next time. Take care.